Welcome back, everybody. I was going to start this video off, I'm sure, I'm not sure. Maybe some of you have already noticed I have a new skin. I was going to start the video talking about my new skin when I came here to check on this little contraption that I threw together, and instead I'm going to do a small rant first. You know, this is what drives me crazy about Buildcraft, is the piping system. Their pipes are set up in such a way that it just makes no frickin' sense at all. Never have I ever seen a machine in any real world situation where if the machine was full, the pipe was full, shit just popped out all over the place. Never in my life have I seen that happen. But in Buildcraft, that is exactly how piping works. So here I had this gate set up so if there's space in the inventory, we pulse. So I'm assuming that it's working off if there's space here, it pulses. And what was going on is that this had gotten full and it was literally just popping blaze powder out everywhere. So then I try to find another solution. Well, there is no other possible solution for this in order to make it work properly. Other than I don't even freaking know. I guess I could maybe set another one of these to have it set to space in the inventory off of the side here and run some sort of redstone line to that and have this say if the wire is on or something. I don't know. All I know is that the Buildcraft pipes are just completely ridiculous. So this here is the processing center. I've done a lot of work. It's been a while since I made a video. Yes, I know. This is my processing center. All the ores come in through an ender chest attached to a filter, not a transposer, because you need to suck. You need to use a filter in this situation because you want to suck a full stack. And when I came on, the first thing I saw was, like I said, the blaze. Oh, you just saw it. The blaze powder just popping out all over the place, and it's just completely ridiculous. This here is designed to take excess blaze rods from my blaze farm and turn them into diamonds. It starts with electrolyzer, converting it to sulfur dust and coal dust, and then it takes the coal dust and some flint to make coal balls. Sorry. To make coal balls, which then gets compressed into compressed coal balls and coupled with obsidian creates coal chunks. You then compress that into diamonds. I just kind of threw it together because I have a lot of blaze rods coming from my blaze farm and I really didn't have anything else to do with them. So I'm turning them into diamonds. Don't really need diamonds either. I think I have about 2 stacks of them. They are next to worthless in Feed the Beast. And then I saw this. So, hello Jane, sorry I lost your ender shard. And for the village boom, I hope this makes up for it. Rush. I used 9 planks for your chat. Yeah, there's an E in there, dude. Don't know what the sticks are for. Think we just covered I don't need a blaze rod, but here's a tier 5 ender shard. So I had an ender shard that I started that I left in the community chest for anybody who was going to the end to just hold on them so we could get it charged. And now I have my very own tier... Did it again, son of a bitch. Okay, that's it. It's happened. You guys see all this machinery? This is the process. Like I said, this is the processing center. I get a little carried away. This shit processes everything that could possibly come in, turns cobblestone into sand and smooth stone and glass, and takes all the ores, and we have an industrial... Do I not have a jetpack on? Oh no, I don't have a jetpack on. Industrial grinds them into dusts. It takes the excess tiny piles and turns them into full piles. It takes saplings and wood and converts it to charcoal and biofuel and uses that to power things and just converts everything. I get a little carried away, but I have officially gone mad. I've officially completely lost my mind for bees. I am crazy for bees. Honestly, I want to get rid of all that. Fuck industrial craft. I would say screw buildcraft, but I need the pipes, so not screw buildcraft. But tree farm, rubber farm, yeah, works great. Makes rubber wood and rubber for days. You don't need to do anything. I don't care. Scrap it. Throw it the fuck out. Don't want it. What I want, bees. Bees that make rubber. I don't want that. I don't want it. I don't want it. Get out of here. No. Storage room. Oh, yeah, sure. Don't render. Whatever. Storage room, finished. I got gigantic iron tanks filled with biofuel, creosote oil, fuel, lava, water. Anything you could need. I got all kinds of stuff in here. Don't care. Scrap it all. Screw it. Throw it away. I don't want it. I don't want your sulfur goo either! What do I want? I want bees. That's all I want. I want my entire base to be centered 100% around bees. Everything to come from bees. And this is the start. This is the... You guys have seen this part before, this little section. It was just this little bit. The bee lab. This is the lab. You can already hear it. I need to turn my game sounds down. You guys can already hear it. This is the bee lab. And yeah, you guessed it. That's for bee DNA. That's the biggest iron tank that you can make for bee DNA. I have 48 freaking almost 49 buckets of bee DNA. Who needs 49 buckets of bee DNA? I need 49 buckets of bee DNA. And we've got ourselves a synthesizer and a purifier. Those are our first advanced machines. I don't have the machines that you need before these ones for whatever reason. I just don't. We also have some stuff set up for the centrifuge here. I'm not going to open that right now. I'll show you guys that in a minute. So, almost all of the bee machine run off of MJ. I don't know any of them that run off of EU, so they all run off MJ. So I decided, because I had a tier 5 shard, I know you guys already know what it is because you can hear it from 7 miles away, but we have a blaze tier 5 shard running a blaze farm. The blaze rods then fuel my steam boiler. I believe this is the maximum size steam boiler, and you can see right here I have excess steam. I could probably connect some more engines if I wanted, but I don't really see the point because we have, let me see here, these are all industrial steam engines running at the maximum 8 per whatever, and there are, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15 of them. Something like 120 per tick or whatever it is. Oh crap. Alright, I'm putting the jetpack on. So we then have those connected to 2 redstone energy cells which have a maximum output of 100, connected to all of our lovely bee machines. And here okay, so we put a floor into the bottom of the tower here, and we put a ceiling on the top of the tower. The dirt is not permanent. That was a temporary cow farm solution. That will be replaced. But yes, I have gone completely crazy for bees. I'm going to replicate this entire building right there on the opposite side. It's going to be this side and this side, and then they're going to be going down the entire tower, just bees everywhere, nothing but bees. You say, okay, yeah, you like bees. That's not bee crazy. No, that's not bee crazy. Look at that. Look at that. Stacks of drones. I don't even know what the hell I'm going to do with all these things. But I have stacks. Just these things just producing stacks of drones. I have just it's crazy. It's crazy. It's insane. I have lost my mind. And to that I say take the jetpack off now. I changed my skin. Changed it. I am now the bee queen of the server. This is all I want, is bees. And I need to take a quick break. I will be right back. And look at that. I'm back. Just like I said. Yeah, so I went bee crazy. And I had to go find a bee skin. And this is my new skin. That's the one that I found. And I love it. Like I said, all about the bees. Crazy for bees. I have been doing nothing but bees for several days now. I just simply do not care about anything else. Iridium, keep it. Don't want it. Fuck it. Can't have iridium bees? I don't want iridium. Get it out of here. It's no good. Bye. See you later. So, to kind of explain what's going on here, right now I have 2 manual breeding cells. I will have a third. I need to get that situated. I need more apiaries. I did have one of the beekeeper villagers up here. I don't know what the hell happened to him. I had this fenced off. Oh yeah, we can put our stuff on now. I had this fenced off, so it was safe. It wasn't... so I don't know. Maybe he glitched through the wall, the floor there. I don't know. But either way, he's gone. I'm going to need to pay Rush. Ha! Why, yes. Yes, sir, I did. I'll have to pay Rush to bring me a new one. So we have, here is our 2 breeding cells. And this is for anything that requires, we have ferns, flowers, anything that requires like grassy plains type stuff. And then we have reeds and lily pads, so the watery, anything that, and then we're going to have cactus and anything else that's kind of like a barren type of bee. And these are just basically, we have a wooden pipe connected with a gate that just basically gives a redstone signal if there's a missing princess or queen. Turns on the redstone lamp, lets us know that hey, this is done breeding, so you need to come and check it. Same thing here, it's the same setup, and that will be the same setup. Then we have here is what I call the conversion breeding cell. Basically you take a princess, you put it in here with a lot of whatever drone that you want to convert the princess to. So I have a lot of rocky princesses. I get a lot of those from quarries. I have a ton of them. And the nice thing about the rocky princesses is that they're good flyers, they're nocturnal, and they're cave. So it gives us a good starting point. And I convert those to whatever bee I want here. Here I'm doing a cultivated, and all this does is take the princess and puts it back into the apiary. It takes the drone, turns it into bee DNA, takes the combs, centrifuges those, and it just keeps going and going. And generation after generation after generation, and finally at some point you get a queen that is an exact replica of the drones that you put in there. Now, well, I already showed you where I'm getting stacks of drones. Here is my drone production cell. I get a princess or a queen that produces a very specific drone that I have manually bred over there, and it just continues to produce drones. So what it does is it puts the princess back into the apiary and takes any drones, puts them into the chest. And that's it. And it takes the combs and puts them in the centrifuge. That's all there is to it. Just keeps doing that over and over and over again. So we have stacks of diligence, resilient. We're working on cultivated is our newest one. We just got that started not too long ago. And then we also here we have another cultivated queen that I had converted. We have another diligent queen. Some tarnished queens. Those are the ones that give you tin. Bauxite queens, resilient, tropical. And now these are all of these are strong flyers, are nocturnal, as well as cave. They also, all of them produce 3 offspring. We've already gone to the end. We killed the Ender Dragon. I have some NBs. I will start breeding those at some point, as I did steal the Ender Egg. I also managed to get some steadfast bees, so I'm going for a heroic. Here's our stash of steadfast and our valiant. You breed these 2 and you have a very small chance of getting a heroic bee. So we're working on that. I've been doing that for a very long time now, and we have gotten next to nowhere. Over here we are working on lapis bees, because those are needed in order to make... Where the hell did the princess go? Anyway, we have some lapis bees, and those are needed. You breed a lapis bee with a noble bee to get emerald bees, and we need, well, not me specifically, but the server needs emeralds in order to make matter fabricators, so I started working on emerald bees for other people on the server. Also for myself, because I want to get some more of the beekeepers up here. Eventually, right here, this is going to be a big building, and there's going to be a couple of the beekeeper villagers, and obviously I want to be able to trade with them for things like frames and apiaries and stuff like that, because it's much easier to get those things via the villagers. And as I already said, I'm going to build one of those over here. I also removed a lot of the stone brick on the top here, added some glowstone to prevent mobs from spawning on the roof. Opened it up a little. I really like the way it turned out. Of course, it's going to rain. I really like the way it turned out. It looks a lot airier, more gazebo-like, which was kind of the look I was going for in the first place. Really like it. So I'm just going to duplicate this exact same thing. It's going to be the exact same thing on the opposite side. Like I said before, added the floor. Added a lot more of the glass and, well, ceiling, floor. And we still have to add these walls here, just to this bottom level. And all of this stuff eventually will be gone. I don't care for it, don't need it, whatever, screw it. I'm gonna do 99% of everything I do through bees. I mean, they can produce almost everything, and that's exactly the way I want to produce it. If I can make it with a bee, that's how I'm gonna make it. So there's just gonna be floor after floor after floor after floor after floor of just specific bee cell areas. I'm gonna keep my storage area the way it is. I like it. I've gotten used to it, accustomed to it. I can find things without really needing to think about it, which is really nice. I have a relatively good stockpile. I've started upgrading my barrels. I think the last video I was talking about not upgrading barrels that I don't need to upgrade, and I've started needing to upgrade. We've got, let's see, the tin, the copper, iron. I haven't even I haven't mined, I haven't gone looking for iron at all. All the iron I have from other people on the server. They wanted copper, they wanted tin, they wanted redstone, they wanted whatever, and they'd give me a stack of iron for a stack of this, for a stack of that, whatever. So I have a lot of iron. Electrum? Yeah, Electrum. Like I said earlier, I have like 2 stacks of diamonds. I don't really need them, but I needed to do something with, because the tier 5 Blaze Soul Shard produces more more rods than I can use in the boiler. I may at some point make another boiler to use those rods. I don't know. We have some ferrous that we need to go through. But yeah, this is a storage area. I don't know why, but sometimes they're real bright like this, and let's see, are there any that are dull? I think there are not. Huh. That may have something to do with, I just updated my Java, so that might be why that they're all bright. But before, some of them were bright and some of them were like kind of shadowed out, dark. But anyway, we have we've started generating excess saplings, wood, sticky resin. I don't have it automated to turn that into rubber yet, so we don't have a ton of rubber. Apples are our main food source because I don't have to do anything to gather them, and I cannot eat them frequently enough to diminish what I'm gaining. So, I mean, we have 49 stacks. A couple days ago we had like 45, something like that, and that's all I've been eating is apples. So that seems to work out pretty nice. We just have our base blocks, wood, farmables, ores, minerals, stuff of that nature. Oh, that's right, Thaumcraft. I'm not going to get like crazy with Thaumcrafts, but because I am a bit of a completionist, I am going to want to at least finish the research and do a little something with Thaumcraft. Ever since the update, I've had rendering problems. I don't understand it, and I don't really care to. But this is the idea. Yes, that is all silverwood. And I'm going to make a giant ass silverwood tree, and inside the silverwood tree is going to be my Thaumcraft area. So we have our little research table surrounded with books. We're going to have crystal chests for whatever we need crystal chests for. The dirt is going to be replaced with embelix once I unlock those. And then I think that we will have a second floor. Like, I'll probably have maybe these 2 blocks or something. Or maybe not. Maybe I'll just rely on the jetpack. I don't know yet. Either way, there'll probably be a second floor with some more Thaumcraft stuff. And like I said, this will be a giant ass tree. So I have to continue harvesting silverwood and silverwood leaves in order to continue building that. And the only way in or out is going to be through the nether portal, which we're still having some issues with nether portal linking. We've used apps, we've used mathematics, we've used everything that you could possibly use in order to properly link portals, and they just do not want to link properly for whatever reason. But I'm going to try my darndest. I was going to have a portal over here and a portal over there and try and get them linked properly, so that if you use that portal, then yeah, that's the place you ended up. Same thing with here. But I think what I'm just going to end up happening is I'm going to have to go much further away to put another portal. Not that that's too big a deal, because you know, you have things like teleporters and jetpacks and whatnot. That's mostly everything I've been up to prior to going crazy for bees, I was making a bunch of working on the processing center, making a bunch of machines and things of that nature, and I got a little carried away with solar panels. I think I have something like 60 something. Those are eventually going to have to be moved because I think maybe I think they're going to have to be moved because I think the second bee farm is going to extend past there. I also have gotten my first quarry built, set up. I've run that 3 times now, I think, and I came to the conclusion that what I want to do is just mine out underneath my island everything. So it's kind of weird because it's like I said, I've been having rendering problems ever since the update. Let's see, that has not been dug out. That has. So like from there all the way to right here, I think. Yeah. So it goes that way all the way to that corner, and there's like a 64 by 64 there. Same thing here, and then here. I don't know, it's the rendering issues are obnoxious. And if this is really dark, I'm sorry. I wasn't even thinking about it because I'm not used to it being dark, because I'm used to having a hole there that lets sunlight in. So yeah, like I said, I haven't gotten to this corner, but I did get this one. So that's a 64 by 64. I run it 3 times. Get out of here. And I'm going to keep doing that. I'm going to keep running the quarry underneath the island there until the island is pretty much just... And I'm going to pump all this water out through a waterproof void pipe. So it'll just be... my island will just be floating over what would look like, you know, nothingness. Or... if you're able to see the... I can't even remember what the hell it's called now. Why can I not think? Bedrock, there we go. If you can see the bedrock. So yeah, those are the plans. That's what I've been up to. That's what I've been doing. Ha, die. Die, 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 die. Provide me with power to harvest my bees. So we need to... I think the next goal is to start working on the machines necessary to really put these to use, because I have some really good traits in the bees that I have, so I want to be able to harvest those and put them into the new bees. And we are working on breeding new bees. Like I said, we're working on emerald beads right now. After that, probably start going toward diamond. Also want to get some nether bees going. I'm not sure if they just need like lava or netherrack or something like that, or if they actually have to be bred in the nether. I'm kind of hoping that they don't need to be bred in the nether, but I think that they do. So I told you the guys that we would look at this later, and I guess now is the time to show you. Let's get rid of that, sort this stuff out a little bit. So I told you guys I have bauxite, which gives you the aluminium and the bauxite, and then I have the tin bees as well. Also have lapis bees, so they're grabbing lapis. I do not have any royal jelly yet. I think that's why I didn't make the machine that goes before those. It's because I think you need royal jelly, and that's one of the things that I don't have, because I do not have the bees that produce those yet. I'm working on them right now. That's from the ender bees that I harvested in the end. But yeah, that's what I have right now, coming out of the centrifuge. And then we have just regular propolis and beeswax barrels. So at some point this will end up turning into the processing center for all of the combs, and then the proceeds of the combs will go to the necessary machines, probably across the hall there. So I'll probably have, like, I don't know, maybe a pipe going straight across. I don't know yet. I haven't figured that out. I haven't gotten that far ahead. But yes, that has been everything that has been going on for me and my crazy, everyone on the server calling me the Queen Bee. And I am, look at that. I'm digging it. I am digging it. Yes, I am. I love the bees. I love it. It really, like, I don't know. I've always been like, frame drop. I've always been kind of a min-maxer. I've always been trying, like, when it comes to like a game that you can mathematically figure out, I'm all over it. So you tell me that, oh, you take this bee and you take this bee and there's this % chance of getting this bee, I'm all over that. I'm all over it. Doing the math and figuring out the percentages and the best way to accomplish the goal. Oh, and we have 2 acclimatizers here because we are in a extreme jungle, which is, let's see, temperature normal. Ooh, industrious. That's what we were going for. Nice. We got an industrious princess. So, no, it's not normal. There's small patches of normal temperature, but most of it is warm and damp. So most of this is warm and damp, and a lot of bees, there aren't a lot of bees that have warm and damp as their primary. So we have a climatizer with lava cans to increase the temperature, and we have a climatizer with water capsules to increase the humidity. The water capsules are nice because you can make them, you can make the capsules out of honey and then water. You can have an infinite source like this giant pond, and you can just sit here and click it and get them. Lava cans a little bit more difficult, not insanely so. Cans use tin and lava. Underneath here, I'll show you guys underneath the tanks, the iron tanks that we have up here. I'm trying not to say as much, except I keep doing it regardless of whether I'm thinking about it or not. So that's the biofuel tank, this is the creosote, that's the fuel, water, and this is lava. So netherrack comes here first, and then if this is full, it will go to the barrel, the storage barrel. And this is obviously a magma crucible. And we have a gate which just says if it's full of energy, emit a redstone signal. So basically, if this is not burning netherrack, then the energy will fill up until it is full. Once it's full, it turns on the signal and then shuts all of these magmatic engines off that continue to have magma in them. Then when some netherrack comes through and fills up the machine, it starts using up this energy, and once it uses up some, then it turns on the magmatic engines. And we have 4, I think the max that you can have, well, not the max that you can have, but the max to maximum efficiency would be 5. And this is set up solely to produce lava. I do not gather any kind of energy from it or anything like that. Its sole purpose is generating lava out of netherrack so that we then have a source of lava in the overworld. Right now I have 80 buckets, which is really not very much. I can go through that pretty quickly when trying to convert a bee to a warm temperature. There I did. I just did it again. Freaking I don't know what it is. I don't think that I typically use that word unless I'm recording for some reason. I use it a lot. Almost did it again. So yeah, Rush's gift. I don't think I really even talked about that. I think I just skipped right over it. One of the things that he said was about the villager, about the villagers. So here's the thing: we've had a couple debacles here on the server, a couple of villager boom. Okay, so we have the great chicken debacle of January 10th. So around January 10th, I decided that I wanted to use chicken as a primary food source because you can have a bunch of chickens sitting over a transposer and then have the transposer picking up the eggs and throwing it to a dispenser, having the dispenser throw the eggs, produce more chickens. You can keep doing that, and then once you have a bunch of chickens, you can then have those eggs throw somewhere else, and you could have a timer that runs, like, I don't know, once every hour or two, an igniter or something of that nature, some form of killing machine to fry the chicken for you and then collect it in a box. Unfortunately, after I logged off, the next time I logged in, I had so many chickens that my frame rate was 0. Literally, the server was just creeping. Everybody on the server had like a frame rate of like 2 or 3, no matter how far away they were. It was insane. So many chickens. I had to log out and then log back in like 15, 16 times. Had to go into creative mode and drop a bucket of lava on the chickens, on the entire chicken farm, to kill all of the chickens to fix it. And that was the great chicken debacle of January 10th. So come January 20th, we have Rush. Rush has an iron farm, and let's see. Yeah, I think I can probably show you real quick. Well, I don't know. I don't think I need to show you. Anyway, he has an iron farm, and in order to fuel the iron farm, you need villagers. And so he had an infinite villager breeding cell, which he didn't, prior to the update, gun portals did not keep chunks loaded. After the update, they did, supposedly. I don't know if that's true or not. But the chunk to his infinite villager breeding cell was loaded, stayed loaded, and he had millions of villagers all over the place. They were going through the portal and spilling out into the ocean. They were all over his base, just everywhere. It was so bad that it, again, was lagging the server, to the point that I was going to call our host and start complaining to our host that the service was running so crappy, until we realized that it was Rush's villager breeding that was destroying all of our connections. So I ended up going back into a creative again, going back over there with it's really starting to aggravate me that I say so much. Went over there with damaging potions and just killed all the villagers with damaging potions while I was flying very, very far away. And we got that cleaned up. And he was borrowing the Ender Shard, the Ender Soul Shard. He did it once, died in the end, everything dropped into the void, lost the shard, so I had to make him another one. Same thing. Drops the shard into the void, say goodbye. So then the one that he left for us was one that I assume he made, and finally ended up getting it filled before he decided to jump to go for a swim in the void. So yes, that is why he left me the gift, and that is everything that has gone on. I just did it again! It's unfreaking believable. I hate it. I know last time I said that we were gonna tour Kekta's home, and then we were gonna do another video and then tour some more people's bases and stuff. I would show you guys Flagship's base right now, but he's not on, and he's got like a special wireless redstone lock on his door, and I don't really want to fuck up his base at all, so I'll tour his base when he's online. Kekta is no longer here. He decided, for lack of a better word, to have a hissy fit. I really was not expecting the level of immaturity from him that I got. So he was, I mean, he voluntarily left the server, and because he left, he was removed from the whitelist, and that's the end of the story there. Although Dame has taken over his home, so we now have Dame, who took over his Kekta's old house. We have Flagship, who's still working on his kind of underground nightclubby house. We have Senbon Zakura, who is off on some little island somewhere. We'll have to go down and check him out sometime soon. And we also have Rush, who's been working diligently on the iron farm, and I don't think much else. So there's really not much to see at his place, and you guys have obviously seen my place. So I'm going to continue playing with the bees, and hopefully the next time you guys see this, there will be another one of these over there, and hopefully we'll have a lot more bees. I'm going to cover the top of this here with stone half slabs, so it kind of matches that, and then this I'm going to it's going to rise up. I haven't decided if I want to do like double doors, or if I want to do some kind of special door, or if I just want to have it open kind of like that is, or what, I don't know. Or if I want to do like counters with the little villagers or something, I don't know. I haven't figured out what I want to do inside, but this is going to come up probably to somewhere around, yeah, somewhere around here. I think the tower is going to continue up, and then there will be a roof on it, and that will be the end of that tower. The island itself, let's see, nope, not, wrong button. Okay, so you can kind of already see like the outline on this side of the island, but it's a little bit harder to see on this side. So you can see the edge of the last quarry that we did, which is like right here, and then we're just going to continue along this way. We'll dig all this out. Use TNT or a mining laser. I lost my mining laser because of the bullshit that went down with Kekta, so I have to make a new one at some point, someday. But we'll continue and we'll dig this out, and then we're just going to follow this water line here. And we'll follow the shoreline. Same thing over here, over this way. We'll follow this shoreline. And we'll dig out this, let's see, right almost there. Alright, so we'll dig this out here. So this little bit will get dug out, and that will end up being that's going to be our island. So we have a lot of room to kind of add additional buildings, and I really want to devote that first building to bee breeding and things related to bee breeding. And at first I thought that it might be necessary to completely remove the tree farm in order to make that a 100% bee centralized area. Then I realized that they now have the and my pack died. Oh, so here's another thing. Another thing that I did is I made a charging. Alright, so you use the ender pouch to swap out the jetpacks, and then you can use the wireless redstone, and you can see that now it's gone. It has gone into a MFSU in which it charges until it's full, at which point it then goes back into the ender pouch to be swapped out next time. I really don't understand why more people don't use the ender pouches. To me, they are phenomenal. We have, so this one is the server's joint ender chests so that everybody can share things. And then I have this one, which is just kind of like for tools and other stuff. This is my quarry setup. I run it off of solar panels and electrical engines. It's just real easy to slap together. And then I have some random Thaumcraft stuff and tools. This is stuff for if I go by a village. I can farm wheat and bread and trade those for emeralds and things like that. Found a Axe of the Stream in a chest. Also working on a zombie pigman soul shard for, it was going to be for gold, the gold nuggets. At this point, like I said, I really want to do everything with bees, so I don't really care about zombie pigmen. And then I have this last one, which is, this is the one that is connected to all of this stuff. So anything I pick up, I can put it in there and it gets sucked out and processed. If it doesn't know what to do with it, then it ends up in one of these two crystal chests. Which is nice because if I have, if I pick something up that I don't process, then I don't have to hold on to it or lose it or anything like that. So yeah, like I was saying, I was thinking that I was going to have to get rid of the tree farm altogether if I was going to make this a bee only area, but then I remembered that there's the tree breeding, so I can use this area to breed trees using the bees. So I'll put some apiaries in here somewhere. I'll have to, I think, measure it out. I know that there's one kind of bee that's like 11 by 11. So I might be able to get by with, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 16. So I might be able to get by with 4 apiaries. I don't know. I'll think about it. We'll see. Anyway, there'll end up being some apiaries in here, and I'll have to change this around a little bit just so it works a little bit differently and uses the dynamics behind tree breeding. But I'm not going to get into that for a long time. I am really satisfied with the bees, and I don't want your damn sulfur cow. God. And working with that stuff. And like I said, I need to get this one squared away. The only reason that I don't have it these two filled was because I needed emeralds to trade for apiaries from the beekeeping villager, and I didn't get them before he disappeared. So hopefully I get some more villagers and they don't randomly disappear / die this time, and I'm able to trade those things. But I think that I think I made a really long video this time. So until next time, guys, we'll see you later. Bye-bye.